Good morning. Welcome to morning practice with Olivia. I'm Olivia. Nice to meet you if this is your first time here. Um, Welcome back if it's not your first time here. I'm offering this practice really to give you basic tools so that you can develop your own daily practice of a cultivation of awareness with yourself, with your body, with your heart. And yeah, we talk about various things and do some meditation, generally some breath work, and a little bit of movement to bring us into the day. And just as we are drawing towards the end of January today, it's Tuesday, January 30th. Yesterday I was talking about, when you don't, when situations don't turn out in the way that you're envisioning them and intending them to, and having to um, navigate those things. And that can put us into the area of wanting to be things different than they are. But, really what morning practice allows to do, and really having a relationship with yourself and your body in the moment, always comes back to that you have everything you need in this moment. So, and I was thinking more yesterday after practice that it is these sort of situations where circumstances, relationships, things, a set of events that you were anticipating unfurling and they don't. It can lead us to that sort of patterning around victimhood. It doesn't always, and certainly not everyone, but it the kind of phrase of why don't things work out for me, or why does this always happen to me? Very, I would caution around language such as that, but I give these examples because it sort of sets up in our mind that it's being done to us somehow. And really, we're just navigating with the circumstances as they are in situations where everyone's doing the best they can. And oftentimes, just either resources, time, funds aren't available as they could be. And it doesn't necessarily have to lead to this feeling of victimhood, but often it does. And then we can really begin to see our power outside of ourselves, and I think it's what's really been clear to me about a yoga practice over the years, and a yoga practice being that of coming into presence with a cultivation of awareness of yourself, is that you are an empowered being at all times. No one is taking your power away from you. We give it away, certainly. And I think there are systems and structures in place that want to make us feel disempowered, because that's a position of weakness, or weakness is not the word I want to use. It's a position advantageous to those who want to take advantage of us, to have us feel disempowered. However, coming into stillness, coming into breath, coming into awareness with the self and your own life force and your own never-ending heart light that never ceases, that is yours and yours alone, and your autonomy, your sovereignty. You are always operating from that place that is uniquely yours. And I think the more we can really lean into our sense of presence and lean into our sense of autonomy, even when we can't make circumstances into what we want them to be, we still have autonomy within that situation. It's not being done to us. We choose how to react. We choose how to navigate in relation. And I feel strongly that this idea of this karmic patterning of victimhood is something that's really at a critical moment in addressing in human consciousness, because I feel it's kept us disempowered for far too long. And it's certainly time to reclaim it and release it and say that karmic patterning was never yours. It was never mine. It was a reactive possibility choice that was given to us through early learning. We can choose a different reaction. We can choose a different relationship, which I think is, a place to begin any day and every day. How am I going to choose to be in relation to the day? And I keep looking up to the sky because there are the most beautiful colors in the sky with today's dawn. And I saw a little bit as I was heading here. On one shoulder, there was a sort of streak of salmon pink red sunrise just coming up. And on the other shoulder, there's the moon. And now it's this delightful filigree of clouds and pink, just filling me with a sense of wonder and hope in the magic of observing this moment, this beautiful moment, and just feeling so much gratitude for the beauty of where we live, the beauty of what skies and weather and vastness offers in the peace of our heart. And really just appreciating that. Wherever you are, maybe at this moment, are you able to just see the light, see the sky? Is it beautiful? And what are its qualities of beauty? It may be a very different time of day with you. It may be maybe nighttime, but that has its own glorious star-filled luminosity. So let's come into our meditation this morning and find yourself a nice, comfortable seat. If you've been sitting with one leg crossed one way and one the other, you can think about, let's recross them a different way. Did I? It's always, how we tend to pattern and recross our legs in a certain way. And try and encourage you to cross your legs with a different leg in front. I'm trying to think if I actually just changed legs or if I just went back to the same position I was in. I think I went back to the same position I was in. So I'm going to do this. Yeah, that was not. Yes. So I encourage you to cross your legs in a different manner as we sit tall, finding a comfortable seat. And that may be on some support, that may be on cushion. It may be that you find a comfortable seat in a chair. You may want to be reclined for your meditation, and that's completely an option too. The key to this, not that there is a correct way, but if there was a way, the way of finding ease in your posture. So if that's as simple as sitting cross-legged, what are ways of ease for you? And that might be not sitting cross-legged at all. That might be sitting in a chair to feel straightness of the spine, to feel supported. Perhaps cross-legged is very uncomfortable for you. So sit in a manner that you can find ease in and a certain amount of peaceable pleasure. And you'll just breathe there. Once you find your seat, making sure the support is really where you need it to be. And find your seat, and then let the eyes come softly to close, and just allow your awareness, almost as you close your eyes, to just sort of drift down through the body. You may feel quiet internal observation. If your mind is trying to distract you with thoughts and noise and what's going on later, and what are you going to have for breakfast and all of that, which, believe me, I'm more than familiar with. Just look at that, observe it, not with judgment. That's not what I mean. As you sit here in your comfortable seat, letting the awareness go inside, you notice that you're thinking these things, but it's almost like you're just turning the volume down on them, or you're observing them a little bit more remotely, as if the thoughts and fluctuations of the mind is a drama upon a stage, and the volume is just turning off, and you're observing them, but you're not participating. And the attention and focus is very much in the center of your being, in the center of yourself, where there is quiet, where there is stillness. And just allow yourself to inhabit that, feeling the quiet, feeling the stillness. Whatever noise ambiently surrounds you is just a soundscape of life, the passing by, the to and fro, the coming and going, just a landscape that your stillness is situated amongst. As you sit in your stillness, in your quiet, investigating, exploring the feeling of energy in the body. Do you feel the life force? Where do you feel it? Do you feel your fingertips? Do you feel your spine? Do you feel the crown of the head reaching? And the breath circulating? And you may, if feeling called, decide to bring one hand to the heart center and just place it over the heart center. Other hand can go over top. Sometimes I rub my hands here together just because it feels comforting and warm. And you can hold your beautiful heart center with the warmth and strength of these creative, magical hands. that emit their energy and life force and create and make the most extraordinary things. It's almost as if the heart center can relax into being held by the hands, much in the same way when somebody who truly cares for us holds us, and we can let go into that being held and feel safe and fully supported. So the heart is being held by your hands, by yourself, supporting the heart, holding the heart. Whatever you may be going through, whatever trouble or joy, you are here showing up for yourself in this moment with such compassion, with such tenderness. Feeling, allowing yourself to feel just some self-love, as if you are offering the most tender, raw, the most hurt part of yourself, just such loving, unconditional compassion. As if you could speak to the wounded self, I love you, you're safe, I'm holding you, we are healing together. And just allow yourself to sit in silence. And I really invite you to dedicate your practice this morning to self-love, to loving yourself and emitting that beautiful heart light and heart energy that emanates from you so beautifully. Offer it to yourself, to whatever part of you needs love, needs support, whatever part of you feels invisible or wounded. I see you. You are not invisible. And I have compassion for your pain. And I will hold you as we heal together. So we'll take a few more moments in silent meditation, really allowing yourself to let your heart center pour into your hands and let your hands hold up your heart center. Breathing in and out normally, feeling the heart expanding and contracting. You can begin to deepen the breath. You may let your hands drop into your lap. You may begin to slowly blink the eyes open. Breathing in, sighing out. And let's go meet on the mat. And having some blocks for practice can be good. 2 blocks generally. If you don't have 2 blocks, it's fine. You can work around it. And they're just useful props helping you get extension where you may need it, allowing the body to be longer in certain poses. And then, yeah, let's meet on the mat, and we'll meet in let's do breath of joy again this morning. So we're going to meet on the mat standing, and I'll be facing you. Just bringing the blocks with you if you have them, or you might already be at your mat. Just depositing them at the top of the mat. And then we're going to stand facing each other. And this is a 3-part inhale and 1-part exhale. So you're going to inhale your arms forward, inhale your arms out, inhale your arms up, and then 1 long exhale release. So I encourage you to take the inhales through the nose and then ha out through the mouth. So inhale, 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 ha. And as you exhale here, just really bend your knees and allow the weight of your body to really swing with your arms. So we'll do it a couple of times and I'll lead us, and then you can do it a few times on your own. So inhaling, 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 ha. Inhaling, 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 ha. Inhaling, 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 ha. Inhaling, 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 ha. 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 2 more times. Ha. 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 And we'll come down to the mat quickly, just sitting on our comfortable seat on our hips. I've positioned my microphone slightly differently today, and it's a little awkward, but I think it'll be fine. And then we'll just have a moment of gratitude practice as well, which is always a wonderful part of my day. And I encourage you to find these moments of gratitude, not only for the things that we bring awareness to here, but allow yourself to contemplate gratitude during the day and other aspects of being that you are grateful for. Inhaling, arms come overhead. Exhaling, the prayer comes to heart, and just offering love and gratitude for this body, this life, this instrument of consciousness that is our physical vessel, but also our journey as we go through years of knowing and not knowing, and what we're presented with spiritually, what we're presented with creatively, the challenges and problems that seem insurmountable, but yet at the end of the day, we are the most resilient creature we know. And just such gratitude for that resiliency and for that strength and for that determination to keep going, even when the situation is not easy. Thank you. Inhaling, arms overhead, hands come to prayer, prayer comes to heart, just offering love and gratitude for all the incredible beings in our life, our friends and community, the people that, support us just by listening to us, support us just by being who they are, support us by being funny or kind, compassionate, support us by living their authentic selves as a model so that we can be our authentic selves. Thank you, thank you. And inhaling, arms overhead, hands to prayer, prayer to heart, offering love and gratitude for this planet, for the extraordinary mother that Earth is, always giving, always offering sustenance, life. All of the beautiful skies, trees, every single conscious blade of grass, every single beautiful petal of every flower on the planet. Thank you. And just let your hands fall to your knees, and then we'll inhale, arms come overhead. Just turn to the left, letting the right hand fall on the left knee, pushing that left hand into the ground, just the fingertips pressing into the earth behind you, giving lift to the spine. Allowing yourself to feel the gentle twist here. And inhale, arms go overhead, we'll twist to the right. Right hand behind you at the base of the spine, finger pads pressing in. Left hand to the right knee. And come back to center. And then we're gonna just take our arms wide. And you're gonna bring the right arm over the left arm under the right. And just giving yourself a hug here, as if you could draw your shoulder blades apart, pointing the elbows forward, and then curling those elbows in towards the center. And then lifting the elbows up, and then curling in. And lifting up, releasing the arms and recrossing with the right arm underneath, left arm over top. Again, hands could draw the shoulder blades apart, lifting the elbows and then exhaling, curling in. Lifting the elbows and again, exhaling in. And we'll lift the elbows and release that. And we'll come to stand at the top of the mat. So decide which direction is the top of the mat for you. I am going to not have my socks on because otherwise my feet will slide around. And just find Tadasana as you're at the top of the mat. And Tadasana is mountain pose. It's really just you standing, and I'll face you here actually, standing with your feet hip width, arms are by the side, palms face out and up. And really allow yourself to feel the weight of your body, feel the center. You can slightly pour your weight forward, slightly pour your weight into the heels, forward and backward again. And then just find the middle of that, between the front and the back. And you might sort of find yourself going to the left and then slowly to the right. And again, just finding between the left and the right, just like a center, a place of center where you are rooted into the earth. And you'll just be in Tadasana at the top of your mat there. And inhale, your arms come overhead. Exhale, hands come to a forward fold. And inhale, halfway lift. Inhale, you're going to step back to your downward facing dog. If taking the inverted dog is uncomfortable, please take the dog at the wall. And we'll just bend the knees gently from side to side. Feeling the pelvic bowl move. And then bringing the knees down and finding a neutral spine in tabletop. We're gonna raise the right arm up, lifting the right arm to the sky and thread it underneath your left arm, letting the head come to the ground. And just allowing yourself to feel this twist here. You might even press a little bit into your left hand. You might not. Just allowing the body to open up using gravity. And then pushing into that hand, raising it back up, placing the right hand back down, lift the left hand, and let the left arm come underneath the right, letting the head come to the mat, really pressing the hips up again here. And when you're ready to release the twist, bringing that left arm up, stretching it, and then bring it back to all fours. And you're gonna scooch your knees back and press your arms forward and allow your hips are gonna stay over your knees, pointing up, and you're gonna allow your head to come down. You're gonna press into the finger pads of the arms and really activate them. This is puppy dog pose. Try and draw the floating ribs in. Just feeling opening along the stretching of the back, but you're supported on your knees. This is a great heart opening as well. And you're just going to press into your hands and come back to all fours. Bend, tuck your toes, bend to downward dog. And then we'll pedal it out here in dog for a moment. And then bring your right hand forward between your right foot forward between your hands and find just a runner's lunge here. And then dropping the back knee, we will lift our arms overhead to a high lunge. Just allowing yourself a moment to feel the pressing into the earth, the reaching into the sky, bringing the hands to prayer, twisting to the right. You can either hook the elbow or just rest the elbow on top of the knee. And then letting the hands fall and frame the foot, very gentle half split. And then rebending the knee. And you're gonna step back to a downward dog. Take a moment to pedal your feet. And then the left leg will come forward between the hands. Find your runner's lunge for a moment. Letting the back leg come down and lifting the arms to your low lunge. Pressing into the earth, reaching into the sky. Bringing the hands to prayer at the heart and twisting to the left. Either hooking that right elbow on the left knee or just resting it there. allowing yourself to just gently twist here. And then hands frame the front foot, rock back on that leg, feeling the length. And then pressing back, you'll come into a plank. From plank, we'll just feel that for a moment. You can have your knees down here. Just feeling the line of energy from your heels to the crown of the head. Really feeling the straightness of the spine. And as you're ready, you're going to bring your plank down to the ground. So you're fully on the ground with your head. Your arms are going to be by your side, palms face down, thumbs are out. And you just press your hip points into the ground, let the feet rise, let the chest rise, let the head rise. So keep the neck long, look straight down at the mat beneath you. And then you may just lift the hands, bringing up into a Shalabhasana, locust pose. Just gently here. And then release that down. We're going to press our hands underneath our shoulders and either come to your knees to come to downward dog or take your downward dog through plank. Again, pedal the feet out, really lifting the tailbone. And we'll bring the right leg between the hands and we'll stay in our runner's lunge for a moment, heart beaming forward. And then we're going to rise into a high lunge. So back foot, heel is up, front leg is 90 degrees. Arms can be parallel or hands together in prayer. And just really activating that back leg. That's how you're really going to feel the strength and balance of this pose. And you may let your right hand drop behind your head and your left hand will take your right elbow and just allow the heart center here to just slightly lift upwards as you lean your head back into your arms. And then come to neutral, hands come to prayer, prayer comes to heart. Again, twisting to the right, this time with the back leg lifted, though please put the knee down if that is more comfortable. Again, please prioritize comfort and ease over strength and duress. And then we'll frame the front foot with our hands and just straighten that front leg, giving the spine some length on an inhale and exhaling over. Again, inhaling, exhaling over. Bending into that front knee and stepping back into downward facing dog. Bending the knees and lifting the tailbone. We'll go straight to the next side. So left leg comes forward, find your runner's lunge to begin with. Beaming the heart center forward and then rising into your high lunge. And we'll take high lunge for a moment here, just reaching into the sky, pressing into the earth. Left hand comes behind the head. You can grab that left elbow with your right hand and just tilt the heart up as you lean into your hands behind you, your arms. And then reach the arms, hands come to prayer. Prayer comes to heart, and then twist to the left, keeping either the back leg lifted or bringing the knee down. Just doing a twisted lunge. And then your hands will frame your front foot, straightening that front leg. Maybe inhaling some length into the spine, exhaling into the lunge. The forward fold over the modified pyramid legs. Rebending that knee and stepping back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we'll come forward to plank. You come down to the ground. Arms press underneath the shoulders into a small cobra or a large cobra. Just keep the integrity of the back of the neck. Keep the hips pressing into the ground and roll the shoulders back. Bringing the forehead down and pressing back through your plank or through hands and knees to downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. And again, big breath in and sigh it out. We're gonna lift that right leg and bring it between our hands again. Coming up into our high lunge. Bringing the hands to the heart. Spinning out to a warrior two, readjusting the feet as needed. The back foot is parallel to the back of the mat, front foot perpendicular. Just feel that here. As if my hands were on your ribs, turning you towards the long side of the mat. And then you're going to straighten into that front leg, reach into your triangle. And block can be really good underneath your hands to give you extra length. You can also keep your hand on the body, on the shin or above the knee, allowing yourself to feel the extension of the pose. And then slowly bringing yourself up to center, 5-pointed star, bending into both legs for goddess. Feet are turned out. We come back to 5-pointed star. Right foot or left foot goes parallel. Right foot goes out, bending into that back leg. And just allow yourself to feel the warrior two here, really feeling the strength of pressing into each leg. My hands on your ribs, turning you to the long side of the mat. Arms extend. And gaze goes over the left hand, the right hand. Straightening that leg, reaching that arm out, over into your triangle pose. Again, putting a block underneath the hand here is great. Putting your hand on your shin or above the knee. Feet can feel good too in terms of allowing yourself to access this pose. Feeling the length, allowing the heart to turn up. And we're going to come back to 5-pointed star, goddess pose, reaching the heart up, and then straightening the legs, paralleling the feet, bending at the hip points, coming forward into a forward fold. We'll pause here with our hands underneath our shoulders, really finding length in the spine from the sit bones to the crown of the head. Just really feel that lengthening. And then allow yourself to just go into the forward fold from here. Take whatever fold is comfortable for you. If you're feeling like a little bit more of a twist, you may take the left hand to the right ankle, pressing the right hand into the ground and turning to bring the gaze underneath the right armpit. And then come back into your fold. Maybe reach out your hands behind you, pressing your palms into the mat. And then bringing the hands forward under your shoulders, lifting the spine, straightening the spine, feeling the length between the tailbone and the crown of the head before folding in again. And this time you may want to take the twist to the left. Right hand comes to left ankle, left hand pressing into the earth. Feel the rising of those sit bones reaching up as you twist and let your gaze come underneath your left arm. And then again, resetting, folding, and reset, and come to standing. And we're gonna heel toe our feet in, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, and bend down into your yoga squat. Finding some length here. You can sit on a block, you can sit on the floor. And let's take a breath in and sigh it out. Ah. And breath in and sigh it out. Ah. And from your yoga squat, you're just going to make your way from here onto your back. And we'll take bridge pose together. So feet will be flat on the floor. Knees point up. And just allow yourself to settle here for a moment, feeling the circular nature of the lumbar spine and the sacrum pressing into the earth. And you're just pushing into your feet as you slowly begin to curl the tailbone up. Reaching as you feel the weight move to the shoulder girdle. Pressing the hips up, pressing into your feet, keeping the knees parallel. And just allow yourself to be in bridge for a few moments. You may hold on to the sides of the mat. You may clasp your hands underneath, bringing your shoulders further underneath you. And then you're going to let that come down. Feet can either come together in Baddha Konasana and let the knees fall apart, or feet can be together, knees knock in. Feet on either side of the side of your mat, knocking the knees in. I prefer the Baddha Konasana. And then we'll come back and do a bridge again, really finding the feet pressing into the mat. They're about hip width, knees point up, and slowly begin to curl the tailbone under and bring up the spine vertebrae by vertebrae. Again, if you want to bring your hands underneath you, allow yourself to that. And then lower as you're ready. And let the knees windshield wiper side to side. And let's just rest for a moment in Baddha Konasana. Feet press in together. One hand can be on the belly, one hand can be on the heart. And just in this moment, reconnecting to the moment earlier where we offered our love and compassion to ourselves in tender support for whatever it is that we're navigating, or if there's things in life that are destabilizing us, to really be compassionate with ourselves. Knowing that you're doing the best you can and being a good friend to ourselves. You are so perfect, exactly as you are in this moment. Always remember taking a big breath in and a big breath out. And then we'll roll to one side, just pressing ourselves up to a seat. Let's take the right leg out to the right. Left leg is is bent with the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. We're going to push our torso over the right leg and then just allowing yourself to fold over that right leg, coming down gently, feeling the restructuring of the body as it moves into a forward fold. And then you may take that left hand to the outside of the right foot, using the right hand to press into the mat as leverage to help you find the twist over your right leg. And then releasing that, pressing up. We'll just change legs. Left leg will come out, right leg will come in. Orient your torso over the left leg, and then just allow yourself to fold at the hip flexor, coming into the fold, feeling the length of the spine, beaming the heart center forward, taking the right hand to the outside of the left foot, pressing that left hand in as leverage to assist your body twisting towards the left, under the left leg. And then releasing that. We can have our feet out long in front of us on the mat, finding your staff pose, your Dandasana. Really, the torso is nice and upright. The feet are extended, legs are parallel. And just feeling the lift of the chest, bringing the arms up, and then allowing yourself to come forward, led by the heart. And then at this point, just keep your heart beaming forward. Let your hands fall where they are. It's always good to not reach for things, I think. Like sometimes I really purposely put my hands on the floor so that I'm not focusing on holding my feet. That allows me to really focus on extending the length in the spine, curling, having a more awareness in the sit bones as I find length in the spine to find a deeper fold that's not being driven by me pulling on the hands. It's being driven by beaming the heart center forward. And when you feel like you were here and you're as forward as you want to come, just let the head curl in. Observing where the body is tight, observing where the body is soft. And then pressing back up to a seat. We'll come down to our back. And just letting the knees drop to the left. Maybe bringing the right leg just very casually, gently over the left. Very loose side twist. And then bringing the knees back up, letting the knees drop to the right. Maybe bringing the left leg over top the right. Extending very loosely, very casually. The left arm, just a simple side twist. And then you'll come back to center and extend both legs along the mat. Make sure your body is in a position that's comfortable. Maybe tuck each shoulder underneath. Find awareness in your hips and pelvic bowl to let it release. Let any tightening, any gripping release, any gripping in the jaw, any tightness in the jaw, any clenching, the upper back, the neck, the shoulders. Allow your awareness to drift through your being, releasing, relaxing, letting go of all doing and just melting into stillness here on the mat. Letting awareness begin to awaken, feeling the movement of air across the surface of the skin as you remain in stillness. Just the slightest whisper of gentle motion across the tips of your fingers and toes, as if it was the first ray of a delicate sunrise. And as that sunrise builds, bringing just ever so gently more movement across the body, illumination, tenderly illumination. As you begin to feel your kinetic awareness fully coming back, bringing the body and organizing the body to turn to one side in a fetal position and rest for a moment, noticing how the heart feels, noticing the energy and life force moving inside of you. And then you will bring yourself up slowly to a seat, keeping the eyes closed or gaze soft, feeling the length from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, letting the chin drop so the back of the neck is long. And really placing one hand on the heart, other hand over top, or hands in prayer, hands stay in the lap. But really, once again, offering love and gratitude to yourself for giving yourself this time to come into presence with yourself, to cultivate awareness of the truths of what your physical presence is telling you, to come into stillness and quietness. Thank you. Thank yourself for giving yourself such a gift of tenderness and support and love. And we'll take an Om to close, so inhaling to Om. Thank you to each and every one of you for joining me today in this practice. Be tender, be kind, be soft and slow as we begin to move through the day, wherever you are in the world. We wish you great joy and ease and comfort. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope everyone has a beautiful day. Take care, everyone. Thank you.